This is it. Championship will be determined tonight.
This ain't the amateurs no more. You got a chance to do something great, to be someone great. This is the first step up, kid. Use your feet. Keep your hands up. It's all about heart.
Every time some clown gets hurt.
This guy's a friggin' animal. You gotta put this guy on the canvas. Understand?
The only way to the title is through me.
That's what champions do. They get back up.
Welcome to this pay-per-view extravaganza. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore, and we welcome you to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. And we are underway for this scheduled 12-rounder. Jones is a real treat for these fans, a pure knockout artist. Every single fight of his career has ended with his hand raised and his opponent down and out.
Now, every one of his fights is like a fire drill. I mean, the bell goes off, and bang, he's rushing to that fire. What's to start the fire?
Super two-punch combo by Roy Jones. LaMotta's known as a guy who will cut easily. How can his opponent take advantage of that?
Oh, just hit him. Really, just go out there and hit him, because
he is not in good shape. Big shot there. Perfectly executed combination. Jake LaMotta's down. He's going to have to beat the count. Down he goes, now up he gets.
And if he wants to stay up, he's going to have to grab on, kill a little time.
He gets off with a combination up top. Scored well upstairs with the right hand. Oh! Jake LaMotta's down. He took a combination that he couldn't survive.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's over. The fight is over. Roy Jones Jr.'s ultimate highlight, a first-round KO. Roy Jones Jr. maintains his lofty status as champ. For my partner. Championship pay-per-view action. Alongside my partner, Kenny Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. So glad you're with us as we welcome you to Boardwalk Hall at the famed Atlantic City Boardwalk in southern New Jersey. Well, they're scheduled to go to full 12 here tonight. Round 1 now underway.
Hands up, hands up.
I wonder if the knockout streak will continue here. Roy Jones Jr. has been able to do it throughout his whole career. Knockouts man after man, they line up in front of him.
He wastes no time. He goes right out of that corner with one thing in mind. Get rid of that guy.
He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging. Combo lands to the head. How's Tommy Hearns going to get his offensive gear tonight against this guy with this very unorthodox style?
You know how he's going to do it, Joe? By not being too offensive-minded. Yeah, that's really
interesting. How so?
Yeah, because the thing you don't want to do, the greatest thing that this awkward guy has going for him is that you go after him and he makes everything hectic. You know, he makes everything a mess. You know, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to be too offensive-minded with him because he takes advantage of that. So you want to kind of lay back a little bit, you know, and then when he comes to you, now when he's coming to you, he doesn't have the advantage of being ugly, you know, of being unorthodox. Now he's conventional, and now you can find him, and you can do damage.
Another flush shot lands upstairs. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Tommy Hearns blocks that punch.
Keep your distance.
Good double jab by Roy Jones. He scored well after being hit himself. End of round one. Burns' cut man is going to earn his pay for sure. That is a bad gash.
And I'm wondering what he's using in there. You know, you can only use certain things, Avitine, adrenaline, and thrombin. I'm wondering if he's using legal things right now, because that's the kind of cut that tempts you to use crazy glue.
Roy Jones Jr. is not skipping a beat. He came out just the way he finished up last round.
Yeah, what I like is that he's a thinking man fighter, and his corner gave him probably good advice. They know that the opponent only had 60 seconds to recover, and they're figuring it wasn't enough time.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Tommy Hearns is able to land a nice, clean left hand. Able to show you his blocking ability. That's a forceful two-punch combo by Roy Jones. Roy Jones Jr. is doing a really nice job here. I mean, putting his punches together. This is what you're supposed to look like as an offensive fighter.
Yes, it is, especially when you have a guy in front of you putting the earmuffs on. You know, you cover up the way that his opponent is. You're supposed to put them together. One or two are going to be blocked. But when you put them together like that, they're going to get through.
Turns on that exchange. Very nice work with the double jab up top. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Comes right back with some offense of his own. Double jab by Roy Jones. And the round comes to an end. Hearns is undoubtedly going to need his corner to get to work after that swelling started in the last round. Good step back counter punch there.
Beautiful.
Good combination to the head. Accurate shot. Straight right hand comes in. Incredible jab by Tommy Hearns. Hearns is using that jab well very early on here, Teddy. That could be a big benefit to him tonight.
Well, it's supposed to be, Joe. He has a real good wingspan. I mean, he's got those long arms. No better way to put him to use than to use that jab and use that jab at the right distance.
Good double jab by Roy Jones. Fires right back at him. Jones is proving to be elusive. Doubling up the jab by Roy Jones. Comes right back with a shot of his own. Boy, sharp two-punch combination by Roy Jones. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. He's targeting downstairs time and time again. Is crushed by a right, and banging away he goes. That combination puts him down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
So one of the ways he survives is if he's been taught. Have good habits, have good fundamentals been put there. You're going to find out right now, he needs them right now.
Round number 4 is underway. Teddy's got it a clean sweep. Jones is taking the first 3 rounds. And Teddy, it's not always the #1 indicator, but in this case, he's simply just throwing more punches, and that's why he's up on your scorecard.
Yeah, Joe, he's keeping his opponent defensive, and he's not allowing him to do anything back.
Tommy Hearns is taking a lot of punishment, maybe too much. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Oh, and now the real test. Can he get up after going down a second time? That's it. It's over. Fight is over. Tommy Hearns is a knockout victim. He couldn't beat the count. Jones is done it his way. Still champion of the world, a winner here tonight.
Well, he told us he had a dream.
Thanks for joining us on this grand, spectacular pay-per-view stage. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside my partner, Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the New York City Arena here in Midtown Manhattan for a Opening 3 minutes of this scheduled 12-rounder. The excitement in the air is palpable, and the fans have good reason to be. Jones won every single one of his fights by knockout.
Yeah, and I think the anticipation in the air is twofold. One is, are they going to see another knockout? The other is, what happens if he hits his opponent and he's still there?
Well-placed, well-timed combo up top. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Turner. Good, solid right hand lands. Big shot. Round number 1, and he's already down.
And if he survives here, Joe, you wonder how that's going to affect him for the rest of the night. Because we expect him to be aggressive. Will he be tentative from now on?
Hits him in the mug with the right. Roy Jones Jr.'s landed a good, solid combination. Able to dismiss that body shot. Oh, a big shot comes home for him. Perfectly executed combination. Turner's down. He's going to have to beat the count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's over. This fight is over. Roy Jones Jr. celebrating big time. It does not get better than now. Everybody, glad you've made the decision to be with us. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore, and we're glad to be bringing you action and welcoming you to the New York Arena in Midtown Manhattan for a highly anticipated rematch in our main event. 12. The opening bell of this scheduled 12-rounder here. A much-anticipated fight. Round 1 underway. Everyone knows what can take place with this guy. Jones has knocked out every opponent he's faced. There it is! He goes down thanks to a swarming attack. He got caught up in a mixer blade there. Give him a lot of credit for even getting up from that knockdown, but he still has to impress and move forward here.
Yeah, I applaud him. I give him credit, but I also recognize that he's in good shape. That's one of the reasons he got up.
Well-targeted two-punch combo by Roy Jones. Teddy, I assume many times in your career, you were instructing a fighter that was going to face a fighter who just had the longer reach, flat out had it. What did you tell him? What did you try to cement in his head leading up to that fight?
You know, sometimes you get caught up when you're fighting a fight.
Fernando Vargas, his legs look big, big shot comes crashing home. Can he get up from this? He's done it before, but can he get up from a second time down?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
we welcome you to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. This, the site of our championship fight. Round number 1, scheduled for the championship distance of 12. Roy Jones Jr. is feeling pressure, and he has to be feeling the pressure because all the talk all week has been about the knockout streak. He's won every fight by knockout.
Well, there's been a little other talk, too. They've been talking about how the national anthem is usually longer than his fights.
They're sending more than one at him now, the combo to the head. Matchup tonight, power puncher against a guy who's well-conditioned. Now, early on, what do you look for in a matchup like that?
You want to make sure that if you're with the power puncher, you don't go out there chasing after the guy. You use all your tools. You use your jab, and you control him. You make him think about your power so he's not controlling rounds.
And he just holds on there. Jones is putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. He needs to improve the accuracy a little bit. That was comical by Stevens. Stevens is hit by a right hand, and yet another big shot comes in. He just fought the other guy's fight, and now it's not his fight at all. He is down.
No, he should have been on the inside. He pulled out into a world of trouble, a world of punches.
He went down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Not able to land the headshot. Jones is putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. Stevens impressing the judges and himself with that right hand.
You got this one.
Little double jab to the head.
Keep doing what you're doing. Keep the jab pumping and throw the lead right hand, all right? You are winning this fight.
Start of a new round, and I give credit to his corner. Stevens' cornermen did a really good job after a round in which their fighter was knocked down of just being calm and cool.
The way they're supposed to be. You know, we always talk about the fighter having to be calm and the experience that a fighter has. Well, that corner has plenty of experience. They just showed it.
Jones is giving us something to think about early on in this fight here, but his opponent has even more to think about. He has established the jab already. That's a huge left. He just solid. Well, we know he survived earlier, but now he goes down for a second time.
One, two, three, four, five.
Stevens able to get up. Teddy, I question, though, if he'll be able to go on. What does he have to do?
So he's got to know what to do, but what not to do. Don't use your legs. Don't try to move because that's the inclination. Get on your bicycle when you've been hurt. No, the bicycle's not there. You got flat tires. What you got to do is grab on the inside, clear your head.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left. Wow! Perfectly executed combination. Stevens is down. He's going to have to beat the count. Jones Jr.'s gunned down yet another opponent, a knockout victory. And Roy is still the champ of the world. MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Such history. Round 1 of 12. Jones is a real treat for these fans, a pure knockout artist. Every single fight of his career has ended with his hand raised and his opponent down and out.
Now, every one of his fights is like a fire show. I mean, the bell goes off, bang, he's rushing to that fire, or to start the fire.
That is boxing. Wow, what a right hand he just got caught by. Did you see that? Every punch landed in that combination, and he goes down hard. So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But, Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
Roy Jones Jr. showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Teddy, in this matchup, that it's really obvious to see that we have a guy that likes to box from the outside against a very unorthodox, awkward, and athletic fighter. What is the one thing that the boxer has to be conscious of?
Well, what he has to be conscious of is the reason why this guy is called awkward and unorthodox is he has a lot of flaws. You know, he makes a lot of mistakes, so allow him to make the mistakes. Look, understand what he likes. He likes chaos. He likes turmoil. He wants you to walk into, you know, that messy room. You know, your kid makes messy rooms sometimes.
All the time.
Yeah, well, he wants you to walk into that messy room. Don't walk into it. Stay back. Let him come to you a little bit and take advantage of his mistakes.
Great work offensively, landing that combination by Roy Jones. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Rice. And that's the end of round 1. Rice's head has turned into one big target for his opponent. Teddy, he cannot get out of the way of this attack.
No, he acts like a guy who gets insulted if you miss him.
Well, Teddy, you get in a spot like this, and everybody has their eyes on the fighter who was just knocked down in the last round. What do you look for? What tells you right away that you know what his status is?
Well, it's two things. The easiest one is the legs, Joe. I want to see if they're steady, if they're firm, if he's okay. But the next thing is his personality, believe it or not. It's kind of like when you go out to a bar with someone, they have a few drinks, and all of a sudden they're a different person. You know they're drunk. Well, I want to see whether or not my fighter's drunk. If he starts rushing at the guy, starts acting in a way that he's never acted before, I know it's time to pull the plug.
Good, clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Rice. And now another left. Zones in on that overhand right. Look at that. Once again, he goes down. Can he survive this? Rice is up from the knockdown, but what we really want to look for is how he reacts in the coming moments of this fight. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Rice is not looking so solid on his feet, and he's clinching. That's a smart veteran move. Give yourself a break.
Yeah, to be a top fighter, to be a champion someday, you have to sometimes put your pride over on the side. He's doing that right now. It's not about pride right now. It's about being smart and surviving.
Lands flush with the two-punch combo by Rice.
Come on, kid,
Blocks away that headshot. Roy Jones Jr. doing well here with that two-punch combination. Rice's defense, is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches. End of the round. So he scores the knockdown and now heads back to his corner. Teddy, do you ever have to calm a guy down after he scored a knockdown?
That's a really great point, because a lot of times that can be the turning point. But not for your guy that scored the knockdown, for the other guy. Because sometimes when you score a knockdown, you start to think it's going to be an easy night. And you forget what you knew when you came in. That it wasn't going to be an easy night. You're going to have to bring all the tools out of the tool shed. And it's important to remember that.
Very accurate two-punch combo by Rice. Big right hand from Roy Jones. Jones is picking up right where Rice is. Hurt. What a big shot. How is he going to survive this? Once again, he hits the deck.
He's going to have to find a way.
Somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
That is exactly what the corner wanted to see. A good combination punch by Roy Jones. Jones's hand speed right now, the difference with what we just saw, able to land that combination.
Yeah, he's probably going to need a little...
Solid knockdown again. Unreal.
Now you gotta wonder what the corner's thinking. Are they gonna stop this?
The ref is stopping this fight. Rice is unable to continue. This fight is over. Knockout. Roy Jones Jr. is now celebrating a win and, of course, enjoying still holding on to that belt.
Well, he told us before the fight, Joe, that he envisioned himself.
So glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to a sold-out Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Opening round here, scheduled for 12. I wonder if the knockout streak will continue here. Jones has been able to do it throughout his whole career. Knockout man after man, they line up in front of him.
He wastes no time. He goes right out of that corner with one thing in mind. Get rid of that guy.
And now he brings the left hand upstairs. Teddy, when a southpaw faces an orthodox fighter, he has some natural advantages. But one of them just comes from the fight that the righty doesn't see a lot of lefties, right?
Well, that's exactly right. He doesn't have much time to practice against the southpaw, so it doesn't feel comfortable. It doesn't feel comfortable. Before you know it, you're not doing things that you should be doing.
Really on the mark with that overhand left. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Lands flush with the combination upstairs. Jones is missing the mark by a mile. That just was nowhere to be found. Moreno's defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch. Goes up top with a right hand. Look at that combination by Roy Jones. Moreno's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch.
Keep boxing, just like that. You're gonna take this one.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Jones is landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Overhand right can be so effective. Now he's putting his punches together. The combination upstairs. How about that angle by Moreno? That was good stuff.
Yeah, that's how you break up pressure. Guys coming at you, trains coming at you. You don't go back on the track because it's going to hit you. You go off the track on the side. Exactly what he did. And that train went right past him.
A crushing two-punch combo by Roy Jones. He returned. Good, big shot he just scored with. And he goes down for the first time tonight.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He gets up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
He has found his groove with this right hand. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Good block by Moreno. Double jab by Roy Jones. Jones's punch is far off the target. Oh, you see him with the left of the head there? Double jab by Roy Jones. End of that round, and the knockdown was scored. Now, Teddy, the fighter who was floored, how do you treat him? Do you go soft on him when he comes back, or do you get right in his face? What's the way to approach it?
You have to know your fighter. You have to know the temperament of your fighter. Some guys, they just kind of crawl up into a ball, and they don't come out of it if you get too strong with them. Other guys, they react well to that. So you got to know what he reacts to, first of all. And the most important thing, you have to get information. Why did he get dropped? You had your right hand down, you got hit the hook. Get your right hand up. You'll be okay.
The combo lands upstairs. Roy Jones Jr. is doing a good job of putting his punches together. His opponent's got to be wondering, how do I stop this?
Well, right now, you made a good point there, because right now his opponent is wondering too much. He's just busy blocking the punches, wondering about the combinations. He's not getting off.
Nice twink. Oh, and there you go. And he goes down for a second time. Does he have enough this time to rise up and continue on?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Hard to prepare for a situation like this, but many do. He's been down, now he's got to survive.
So that's where you're wrong. It's not hard to prepare. It's a must to prepare. If you're a trainer, that's what you do in the gym. You teach a guy, if you're in this situation, this is what you do. You grab on, you move your head, you survive.
Jones is so dangerous with that accuracy. A two-punch combination landing. He just missed that shot up top. Big shot there. Oh, my, what a shot. Moreno's down. He's got to beat the count. That punch was absolutely a stunner.
And that came so wide that he had no preparation for it. That's where an awkward shot pays dividends.
The ref stops the fight. Roy Jones Jr.'s opponent is floored. A knockout victory. Boy, was that impressive. Roy Jones Jr. maintains his lofty status as champion.